What a weekend I've had. Let's catch up. Let's get on with the thank yous. I want to start by saying thank you to every single person who has watched my video in the last few days. I can't believe how many of you have actually watched it. That just blows me away. So if you've taken the time to watch my last vlog, or any of the last vlogs, and you've discovered me and you've subscribed, thank you very much. If you've liked, thank you very much. Do you know, it actually means so much to me. And I keep saying to Hannah and to Tristan how much, seeing how many people watch this, it actually blows us all away, because they both thought that this wouldn't work. Am I right?
Yeah, we thought it was a bit of fun to keep her busy.
They thought it was occupational therapy for bored mothers.
Yeah.
It's not, is it? And then I'd like to say thank you to Jan for the coffee. That was absolutely delightful of you, Jan. Thank you so much, and I will certainly enjoy drinking it. It was just so kind of you to receive that. Thank you so very, very much. The other thing I am trying to do is to look more at the actual lens. Well, you won't see, that's the lens. I'm trying. So what have I been doing this weekend? Well, this weekend's been quite busy. I spent a lot of time with friends again, because friends that need help. And then I went down to Rachel's as well to help with the sew along, which was so much fun. Except when Martin bought dinner, I burnt my lip just there. So I spent more time drinking cold water than I did cold Prosecco. And yes, you all discovered what I like doing in my bare feet. But basically, and Hannah will vouch for this, I like walking in wet grass in bare feet.
She's odd. But then I do it and my husband thinks I'm odd, so it must be a family.
But the thing was, Hannah, you know, last night we were watching Pink Door. The Pink Door, Beyond the Pink Nose, Hannah.
Hi.
Hi. Then we were watching Beyond the Pink Door, and Andrea went. We all found out what Judi likes doing in her bare feet. But it isn't illegal to drive in bare feet, apparently. No, it's not. She does that as well.
Yeah, my husband tells me off for that one as well. Sorry.
But it's not illegal because Martin checked it. So if Martin says it's right, it's right.
I'm sorry, but I don't know about anybody else. I find it safer to drive in my bare feet than I do in a pair of high heels.
There you are, see? At least you can grip the pedal. And we both drive automatics. I drive automatics because of my penchant for hurting my left leg. She drives automatic because she got her mother-in-law's car and her husband's car, and they're both automatic. So there you go.
Easier.
Yeah, I must tell you about the leg. I got hit by a runaway wheel. You've got a great bruise. I'm not going to show you the bruise.
She's a nightmare.
But I had the bruise where I fell down on the day of the Queen's funeral. I got this bruise all the way down the front of my left shin. I've now got another bruise all the way down my left shin because I stopped on my way home from work on Friday to get some milk for Rachel's sew along so we could have Jersey milk coffee. And I literally was loading the bike up because I had my parcel from First Fabrics, which is just here. And yeah, Hannah's just spotted what came from First. We'll talk about that in a minute, Hannah. This car turned right in front of me. It was going from sort of what we call the York Road, turning towards the village I was about to head towards, with the milk machine behind me. And it was a double-axled transit van style minibus, and two of the wheels on its back axle came off. And I rooted, as I was so close to the milk bot, I thought, actually, I'm safer here where I am, because I had like a shop behind me and then the little shed with the milk bot behind me. I've got a picture in here of, I just put on Instagram literally before this happened. And the wheels came off, and well, one went across the road on the opposite side to me, across the road in front of me. I don't know how to stop this. My phone is telling, my watch is telling me I've got no charge in it. And Hannah's just going to take my watch and put it in the living room so it's out of the way. And the other wheel, I mean, I was absolutely terrified that a car was going to go into one of these wheels, and I thought, I'm going to get hurt. But it didn't. One rolled onto the grass and stopped. All the cars around could see what was happening and stopped. And this other wheel was rolling towards me, and I thought, I'm not going to be able to get out of the way of this wheel. So I put my right foot out to stop it, and it hit my left leg. And I did actually it does actually hurt. It did hurt at the time, but I had a 7-mile cycle home ahead of me and I had no choice but to cycle home. Or I could have called Hannah, but I really couldn't. I just thought I was going to cycle home. So I now have a new bruise all the way down my left shin. It is the wedding on Saturday, and Hannah's got me some hopefully quite thick tights to cover it up with. Failing that,
You asked for thin tights.
yeah, but the thin tights, but the colour will cover me up.
Which
And then I could put some makeup on. Yeah, they're at your house. Well, at least I'm not going to forget them because they're at your house.
They're in my bag with my dress and my shoes, so I can't lose them.
Good. So, the dress. Oh, first for fabrics. I've got a shadow, you know. Oh, have I got a shadow?
You have got a shadow. Stay there and you're fine.
Stay here and I'm fine. It's like on Saturday, you were all saying that Rachel was getting a bit blurry. I leant over and I pulled the laptop towards her. She went into focus. Fine. First for fabrics. Right. The one thing that I'm gullible for is watching these sewing shops drop fabric on their Instagram stories. Thank you, Tamlin. We all blame Tamlin, don't we? I don't know if she's behind it or not. But whoever did the stories on First for Fabrics with the
Christmas fleece.
Christmas tree French terrier, look at it. Is it not just gorgeous? I can see the person next to me eyeing it up as well.
I was actually going to come in and try and fix your shadow, but yes, I do like your fabric.
And then I got white. I got the white that, this white is the one that Rachel, Ruan and Tamlin are making their leisure wear out of. And I can tell you now, it's so soft. Hannah, tell me what you think of that.
I've been, if anybody's noticed my hand, just, there you go, I'll fix your shadow, see.
That's soft.
It's very soft.
It's very soft. It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And of course,
Thread.
my reflex thread.
And ribbon.
Oh, yeah, it always gets... Melanie saw it and she said, what have they done to it? And I said, oh, they've just tied it up because Rachel was here on Friday night when... she came down on Friday night. I tell you what, you see, that's who I've been seeing too, Rachel. She came down and we had a lovely meal on Friday night and then she undid my parcel for me. Then Melanie came Saturday morning, she undid my parcel for me. But you always get a note from First for Fabrics. Now, I didn't think I'd get a Tamlin note this time. But I did! I did get a Tamlin note. I thought I was going to get one from Judi because she picked up the order on the Instagram stories. But I am just going to shout out again for First for Fabrics. And I know that a lot of people do shout out for them. I know that obviously Rachel and Ruan do an awful lot. And I've heard Adam from Adam Sews shouting out First for Fabrics as well. Their service is second to none. Any queries on your order, they'll Instagram you straight away. They will get in touch with you if they think there is something they need to query. They don't just act on it, they get in touch with you and it is pretty instant. And I think at this day and age, when you are spending money, hard-earned money on a little treat like this, to know that the shop that you are buying from is that attentive actually means the world. And it will make me want to go back to First. I mean, I've had some lovely stuff from First for Fabrics. It will make me want to go back and shop with them again simply because of the service. And it is the service that matters. Rant over on First for Fabrics, or rant about First for Fabrics, you just see how brilliant they are. I'm going to insert a little bit of dressmaking now. I have been cutting out my dress for Tristan's wedding. It is the jumpsuit. Talk amongst yourselves. The Butterick B6522. And as you know, I'm making it in the lovely Melba Coral from Atelier Brunette. Now, I have somehow, Hannah, I've managed to lose the scraps. But this fabric is ridiculous. It creases like fury, but it's very floaty. Can you see how floaty it is? And it is floaty, but when you sew with it, it moves. Tact, tact, tact. So much of it. So here I am cutting out do something that I very rarely do, which is actually alter the pattern greatly. This jumpsuit that I'm making, it's Butterick B6522. There you go. Now, I am working towards the length of the trousers on this one. It's going to have to be slightly longer, obviously with the bruise. And I don't want the legs to the floor because I will be changing my shoes during the wedding and I don't want long sleeves, but I do need something to hide the top of my arms. Now, what I want to do is to do a bell sleeve, and the sleeve on this particular pattern already is cut slightly out. Now, to give it a little bit of extra, what you need to do is to add, and it would be 3 centimetres, so I'm actually going to go for 1.5 inches on the edge of each sleeve. And that is taken down from, and I'm using a quilting ruler here so that I've got my measurements spot on. Just thinking for a minute, folks, because I can't do this without thinking. I find it very hard to talk and to think exactly what it is I'm doing at the same time. Here we go. Using a Clover marking pen. I like Clover. I've been through this several times with you all. I'm a Clover person, some people are Prim people. Just put chalk marking pen into Amazon and you will get one. You can choose the one that you think you would like the best. Now up here, roughly where my pen is the corner of the sleeve head where it goes around, and it's just at the bottom of the armpit. And I will be drawing my line straight down from there. And now that will give me the extra that I need. And I need it at the biceps because we are a family of chunky arms. And sometimes, as much as we try and fight our body shapes all the time, sometimes it's easier to get into it. Now, if I decide I want more fullness in the sleeve than I have got, I would need to open up the sleeve and give it more fullness from the inside. Oh gosh, can't get my pen to work, folks. It won't work, it won't work, it won't work. I know why it won't work. It's over the top of a pin. It's doing that. It'll work now. There you go. And there we go, like that. And that will give me just a little bit of extra fullness in the sleeve. I haven't really got enough spare material to actually do much more than I have done, but I do believe that this will be just perfect for me. So I am going to cut that out and then I'm going to get going with it.
This is bad filming, I do apologise, people.
And I am literally looping it round there because I don't want to lose it. We have had quite a bit out already. There's another bit there. And what's happening is, because I've got a mast here, it's catching and pulling it through. So anything you have on your second bobbin or your second spool of thread, if you've got too much up there and it is getting caught, it will get pulled in. Now, cleaning your tension discs is a piece of paper and you need to thread it through. Now, if you've got a front to back machine here, you can just put it through there like that. I want to get Hannah to do a little bit of filming on beauty. Now this is taking the paper, should be going into
just 1 moment, Mum.
into the discs.
Let's see if we can capture it. It is just about, but not really, Mum.
No, it's going through the back. That's why, Hannah. It's going straight down the back there.
I do feel sorry for Mum having to edit this footage I'm getting for her. Yes.
Apparently, I apparently called your bottom big in one of the videos, and somebody thought it was screamingly funny.
Oh, have I now got a big bottom, have I?
Apparently so. No, I think I mean.
I think it could be. It's doing something.
Oh, I found another bit there, look.
Ah. Come for dinner, Hannah. It'll be fun, Hannah.
Cook the dinner, Hannah, and bring it, Hannah. What I really want is it to go back out the top. Right, we're going to stop the videoing there, but we have got to get the thread out. Now, the key thing that they said on the instructions was that when the foot plate is down, there should be no movement. And that is absolutely rock solid, which means that that is now in the tension discs and it will now sew. We'll just do one quick double check again. And we can breathe a nice big sigh of relief. Fold it back without taking it out. And there we have the perfect style.
Now, dress finished. Gloriously sunny morning. And I realised I'd not filmed the end of my vlog. The dress is finished. It's perfect. Oh my gosh, there's a wall going up in front of me. It's absolutely massive. It's like a... Oh my gosh, it's huge. Gosh, it was so low it couldn't take off. I thought I was going to hit it. The dress is beautiful. I do love it. I am fighting weight a little bit, and I should have perhaps, if I wanted to, be totally picky about it, the shoulders. But as soon as I got the right underwear and everything on it and got the dress in, I feel that the size I've made, although it is a little loose on the top, is going to provide me with a very comfortable dress to wear through the day at the wedding. And that's what I want to be. I want to be comfortable. So as I arrive back in my village, having